Good morning, boys and girls. So we're starting a new week, and I wanted to talk to you about some of the things in your packet. One of the things you have is a pipe cleaner and some beads. And you have two different colored beads. So I want you to take your beads and make a bracelet using a pattern, an AB pattern. So we have done this before in class with our Unifix cube, so I just wanted to remind you. So our AB pattern for my Unifix cubes is red and white. So this would be A, B, red is A, white is B. So that just means every other one is a different color. So we have A, B, A, B, A, B. So when you make your bracelet, just make each one a different color, okay? The other thing I wanted to tell you about is you have this little packet. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Now there's 8 little pieces of paper in here. Each one has a different picture. So after, I'm going to read you the story, and later I want you to look at these pictures. Look, this is 3 chairs, a big chair, a middle-sized chair, and a smaller baby-sized chair that's broken. So you're going to take all your pieces and put them in the right order of how it happened in the story. Look, this is Goldilocks, and she's eating the porridge. So you see there's a big bowl, a middle-sized bowl, and the little bowl. And then after you've put all your pages in order, you can tie them together with this piece of yarn and then color the pictures, and then you'll have your very own storybook that you read to your parents. One more thing I wanted to tell you about is we have a birthday this week. Paxton is turning 4, so we want to give a shout out to Paxton. His birthday is this Friday, May 15th, so we'll say happy birthday, Paxton. So now we're going to read the story about Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Here's the cover. This is Goldilocks, the little blonde girl, and then the 3 brown bears. Once, long ago, a family of 3 bears lived in a small house in the woods. One was a great big father bear, one was a middle-sized mother bear, and one was a very little baby bear. Each bear had his own bowl for his porridge. Father bear had a great big bowl. Mother bear had a middle-sized bowl. And baby bear had a little blue bowl with red flowers on it. Each bear had a chair of his very own. Father bear had a great big chair. Mother bear had a middle-sized chair. And baby bear had a little chair with a yellow cushion on it. And each bear had his very own bed, too. Father bear had a great big bed. Mother bear had a medium-sized bear. And baby bear had a cozy little bed with a blanket as soft and as light as a feather. One morning, Mother bear made their porridge for their breakfast and poured it into the porridge bowls. But when the 3 bears tasted it, they found it was much too hot to be eaten right away. They decided to take a short walk through the woods while the porridge was cooling. Soon after the bears had started off, a little girl named Goldilocks came down their path. She clapped her hands with delight at the sight of the small house in the woods. Standing on tiptoe, Goldilocks peeked through the window. When she saw nobody in the house, she opened the door and went inside. Uh-oh. Do you think she should have done that? Do you go into someone's house if they're not home? Goldilocks, I don't think that was a very good idea. I think you should have made a better choice. If they're not home, you go back later and knock on the door. There, right in front of her, were the 3 bowls of porridge on the table. Goldilocks took up a spoon and tasted the porridge in the big bowl of Father Bear. It was too hot. Then she tasted the porridge in the middle-sized bowl of Mother Bear. Oh, it was too cold. Finally, she tasted the porridge in the little blue bowl with red flowers on it. Oh, yummy. That was just right. So she ate it all up. When the porridge was gone, Goldilocks decided she would rest a while. She sat down in the big chair of Father Bear. Oh, it was too hard. She sat down in the middle-sized chair of Mother Bear. Oh, it was too soft and squishy. I don't like that. Finally, she sat down in the little chair of Baby Bear. Oh, that was just right. But Goldilocks was much bigger and much heavier than Baby Bear, and the chair could not hold her for long. Suddenly, the bottom fell out. The legs gave way, and Goldilocks fell plop to the floor. Oh, poor Baby Bear. She broke his little chair. You might suppose that Goldilocks would be ready to go by now and go home. But she wasn't. Instead, she went upstairs where the 3 bears slept. She lay down upon the big bed of Father Bear. Oh, that was too hard. She lay down upon the middle-sized bed of Mother Bear. Oh, that was too soft. Then she lay down upon the little bed of Baby Bear. Pulled the soft blankie up to her chin, and that was just right. She fell fast asleep. It was very soon afterward that the 3 bears came home to eat their breakfast. Uh-oh, what do you think they're going to find? Father Bear saw that his spoon was in his porridge, where he had not left it. "Somebody has been eating my porridge," he growled in his big gruff voice. Mother Bear saw her spoon in her porridge too. "Somebody has been eating my porridge," she said in her middle-sized voice. Then Baby Bear saw that his spoon was in his porridge bowl, but his porridge was not. "Somebody has been eating my porridge and has eaten it all up," he cried in his very little voice. The 3 bears looked around to see if the somebody was still there. At once, Father Bear saw that the cushion in his great big chair was not straight. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," he growled in his big gruff voice. Mother Bear saw that the cushion in her middle-sized chair was squashed down, she had plumped it up that very morning. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair," she said in her middle-sized voice. Then Baby Bear saw that his little chair was not at all the way he had left it. "Somebody has been sitting in my chair and has set it right down to the floor," he cried in his very little voice. The three bears decided they would go upstairs to see if the somebody was there. Father Bear looked at his great big bed and saw that his pillow was not where it belonged. "Somebody has been lying on my bed," he growled in his big gruff voice. Mother Bear looked at her middle-sized bed and saw that her pillow was not where she had left it. "Somebody has been lying on my bed," she said in her middle-sized voice. When Baby Bear went to look at his little bed, there was the pillow right where it was supposed to be. But on the pillow was Goldilocks' pretty golden head, which was not where it should have been at all. "Somebody's been lying on my bed, and here she is," Baby Bear cried in his very little voice. When Goldilocks heard the voice of Baby Bear, she awakened at once. She sat up, and there beside her were the three bears, all in a row. "Oh, oh!" cried Goldilocks. She scrambled out of the bed and ran down the stairs and out the door. "Stop, stop!" cried Baby Bear in his very little voice. "I want to play with you." What do you think? If you were Goldilocks, would you be afraid if you woke up and saw the bears? But Goldilocks didn't stop running until she was home. And though the three bears looked for her many times, they did not see anything more of her. For Goldilocks never went into that woods again. The end. So what do you think about that? Should Goldilocks have gone into the bear's house? I don't think so. That was not very kind to go in where you're not invited. So have fun putting together your pictures in the order that they go and coloring them, and I'd love to see a picture of the way you color them. Bye-bye.